A Detroit landmark once in danger of being torn down. The old train station has a brand new life.
Known simply as Michigan Central, it opens with a new purpose and a star-studded concert event. Here we are, and hello from Corktown, and thanks for being with us on a very special evening. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skilly, and we're so glad you're with us for a moment that so many people have waited so long to celebrate. Just a couple short hours away now from this huge concert here at Michigan Central. But here is the concert poster. Very cool design, by the way. I love it. And here's a closer look at some of the performers that we're going to see on stage coming up later on tonight. Look at this group of performers. Diana Ross gets top billing, of course, followed by Jack White, Big Sean. Those are three huge Detroit names, and then this long list of others. By the way, great to see Melissa Etheridge, fellow Kansan.
Oh, look at you. You got a shout out to the Kansas.
Right.
Well, you know it's a packed lineup when Common and Jelly Roll are all the way down on the fifth line there. Come on. Well, we've got our team spread out across the Michigan Central footprint to set the table for what's sure to be a memorable night.
It's really going to be something. I know these three are very excited about it. Let's start things off with Mara McDonald with a check on the crowds that were forming so well ahead of this concert. Just a couple hours still to wait, Mara.
Well, Devin, let me tell you something. We got a lot of people who have a lot of ants in the pants right now. They are ready to come in here, and security has been giving them all sorts of primers on. Guys, you can't run at the ticket people. You got to slow down, go in a single file line, and be cool. Right now, it's a little hard to be cool because everybody's so excited about coming in here. But realize, this is only one side of Michigan Avenue. Eric, can we turn around and show them over here? So we've got this kind of crowd on the other side of Michigan Avenue as well, waiting to get in. So bottom line, we got a lot of people out here. They thought they were going to let them in at straight up 6 o'clock. That hasn't happened yet. People are definitely ready to come in and make themselves comfortable for the evening. We are live right on Michigan Avenue, probably about to get crushed. Back to you.
Yeah, you better stand back.
Yeah, run for cover here. It's worth repeating these tickets that were released again today. A couple thousand more newly released, gone in 30 seconds.
That just shows the interest and how excited people are to be here tonight. Well, now the man getting most of the credit for tonight's big celebration is Bill Ford Jr., and why not? I mean, after all, he and his company bankrolled the billion-dollar transformation that we see behind us.
He kind of dreamed this into being, but Ford got involved in 2018. There was another Detroiter who actually put his flag in the ground to save Michigan Central Station about a decade earlier. And his story is really something. His name is Stanley Christmas. Our business editor, Rob Loney, caught up with Mr. Christmas for a look back. It's, by the way, Christmas in the summer. To look back to save the station from the wrecking ball. Rod.
Well, Devin, Kimberly, Stanley Christmas did what so many other Detroiters before him have done. That David and Goliath story, he was a security guard. He loved the train station. City Council wanted to get rid of it. He said, not so fast. And it looks like he succeeded.
It was almost a crime.
Few will forget that Charles Pugh Monica Conyers' version of the Detroit City Council, the one so exasperated with Central Station owner Matty Maroon, they voted to demolish the building. Then, in stepped Stanley Christmas.
I was determined not to let this building, in my small powers, in my small ways, be torn down.
Suing under the National Historic Preservation Act of 1966, Stanley led one hearing in front of a judge against city attorneys, and the demolition talk seemed to end there. So you might say, without Stanley, this day never happens. But he won't.
I don't think that it was completely me, but I was a thorn in their side at the city council, and they knew who I was and what I was trying to do.
Now, Stanley, who is 75 years old, didn't get an invite, didn't try to get a ticket to the show, but we simply couldn't bring him down here and not sneak him inside, so we did. His lawsuit inspired.
It was a dinosaur, and now it's an ecstasy. People are going to enjoy this, use this, and get the maximum usage out of this for a long, long time, long after I'm gone.
His reaction priceless.
I'm too old for this type of excitement.
And he couldn't say enough about Bill Ford's billion-dollar Renault.
So happy for the Fords, the great Ford family, the incredible Ford family. They came and they took this building over and they brought it back to life. And whoa, what a beautiful building it is.
Okay, so we talk about the spirit of Detroit, right? And that grit that Detroiters have. I think Stanley is the decided embodiment of all of that and more. Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
Incredible.
And I'm so glad you were able to give Mr. Christmas the present
There you
of
go.
being able to come see what it is today.
He's 75. He was working. He left work early to come down here, just so you know.
75.
That's great.
That's
All right, Ron.
fantastic. We appreciate it, Ron. Well, for the past 2 years, our first guest has been living and breathing this project 24 hours a day.
Josh Seierfman is the CEO of Michigan Central. What a culmination for the hard work you've all put into this, Josh. But I find myself wondering, do you think, good gosh, this night was never going to get here? Or do you think we could use another couple days?
Oh, yeah, there have been many moments where thought that countdown clock was terrifying. But here we are. And we know we have an incredible team. And you know, I get to be out here talking about it. But there's thousands of folks that have helped to get to this point, and just an incredible achievement for all of them.
And talk about some of that. The folks that helped, and just when you walk in, it is absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah, and you know, it's really a testament to the vision of Bill Ford and the leadership at Ford Motor Company to allow the attention to detail, the extraordinary loving attention to bring it back to, you know, I always tell people, in some ways it's in its most pristine state now ever, even from its original construction.
I was just talking to Jim Farley. He said, you know, it's been fun to walk around inside it, but it needs people. This is a building that is for people, and to have people right now getting the first couple of tours, and that's going to continue for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That's how you want to see it too, right?
That's absolutely right. It's fantastic to see people. And so, you know, for the next 10 days, we're going to have over 60,000 people coming through to see what's happening in there. But it's just the start. The whole point is to have this as a public destination for Detroiters, for visitors, for everybody.
The other part of this, though, is to be an attractor, to create this huge place where talent wants to be, where people want to work and be a part of Detroit and a part of Michigan.
That's exactly right, and it's already happening at New Lab at Michigan Central. We've got over 100 companies ready in just a year. Half of them are coming from around the country, around the world, and we're just getting started here.
Really stunning. And now that you look back at it, can you believe that this is where we are? Is it? Are you too close to it?
No, you know, the team is so phenomenal. You know, I knew we'd get here.
Yeah. And tonight it's just going to be spectacular.
And we're just getting started,
We're
really.
just getting started.
You got to be tickled with the way that the tickets are, well, I just mentioned, we released 2,000 tickets today. They went gone in 30 seconds. The reaction of people wanting to be a part of this must just fill you with joy.
Oh, it's fantastic. We've got 20,000 people coming tonight, and it's just so rewarding.
Yeah, really good
great.
stuff.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Congratulations, and we're really looking forward to where we go from here.
Great, thank you.
Josh Seierfman with Michigan Central. Well, what better way to celebrate anything in Detroit than with music? I always tell you, I accept no debate on this. The greatest music city in the world. I guess our second biggest expo. I don't know. That's a good question. Which is the bigger expo? Autos or music? That's a good question,
I
isn't
don't know.
it?
Well, tonight's concert is a perfect reflection of the music that Detroit has given the world. And Christy McDonald is live with a look at the preparations backstage. Christy.
Hey guys, I think it's a tie between music and cars right now. So they're like, Christy, we need you to go over the opening of the train station, and we're going to put you backstage, which is the coolest place to be. So let me show you where I am right now. This is behind the stage. You can see how everyone is getting ready. You know, we've got amps, we've got chords, we've got pianos, we have music stands for the DSO. This is back in the area where a lot of the presenters have been coming and practicing today. As you can see over on this screen, this is where the teleprompter is. So when you have the presenters coming up, they can just see straight out. You want a stagehand? We got hundreds of them here. This setup is amazing, and it is done by the very best. The producer of this show is also one that has done Super Bowl halftime shows and the Grammys. And my friends, this stairway right here, this takes you right up onto the main stage. Now, we have seen some of the performers that we're expected to see tonight on the main stage. They've been doing some sound checks. And just a couple of minutes ago, Fantasia Barrino, of course, one of the performers for tonight, she came out and I got a chance to talk to her about what she's feeling doing this collaboration with all of these amazing musicians for Detroit.
Have fun, and know that I believe in if this is happening right here on these grounds where something new is happening, I feel like it's going to run through the whole audience, where brand new season, everybody's going to be blessed through music, have fun, dance. A lot going on in the world today, so we got to take these times to just zone out and enjoy and know that we're blessed to be here.
So that was Fantasia, and again, so we've seen a lot of performers will be coming out very soon. Again, the concert's starting at 8:30 tonight, but they've got all these last-minute preps. And when you think about coordinating all of these various artists, you're going to see some amazing collaborations. But remember, if you have favorite songs from these artists, you might not hear them in their entirety, right? So there could be a verse and then the refrain, and then they're going to be moving on to another song. This is a tight program, and it is going to be some of the best we have seen here in Detroit. And I'm going to be backstage for a lot of it, which I think I kind of blend right in. So I'm going to just bring it back over to you guys.
Yep.
And a great getting Fantasia to do an interview, Christy. I love it.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you a little bit later. And our exclusive live coverage of the concert gets started at 8 and will run all the way up until 11. And remember, you can also watch on streaming on Local 4 Plus.